với những cái quê của gia đình của và yang paling kuat kan aku Alberta. Kerana pun aku dia berjalan. Ada di dalam yang baik ada Mayom. Itu mana yang boleh to celebrate Christmas. Yang boleh jauh jauh baik. Di baik jauh jauh baik yang berbeza. Kalau ada baik, dia boleh jauh yang baik. Kalau jauh tu waktu tuan berjuang mat dengan juga, lepas sampai India, ubah gamai. Kenjuru percakapan itu apa ya? Alhamdulillah juga berbeza. Kenjuru kalau kau bapa, ada apa lain, bukan begini. Rasa kami aku lah, lepas itu baik. Kayak ada, mungkin sebab apa? Ialah dia bimbang. Dan kalau jalan itu unity. Lalu itu apa yang kita biar? Even though last week, bukan football dan William Yon, William itu game, yang dulu punya bukan boleh. Kayak ada sahaja at 2020, dia beri kawan, mungkin orang yang aja orang begitu, mungkin ada beda. Weekend, otam ini loh dua berloi, terkait dengan kemudian cucu, kan kerana kita lagi enough, wala super karo, agar asam wala justru mungkin boleh go, wala mungkin wala. Ini sebabnya ni loh, guru punya dia guru berapa ni? Ka wajib juga, ay bala wajib sebenarnya go, ketika saya ingin, kaya amnya bulu berupam, bukan berduamu, welcome sebenarnya berduamu juga, terima Sudan Mayom Adiang Adiang Benabin aku sudah berdua dengan punya Adiang Adiang tidak confirm ada yang Adiang Adiang pun dia dengan yang lighting yang ke ni pun dia pun jadi kayaknya aku berdua Adiang itu yang kecil kan kecil kecil yang lo ya kerja di munasabah yang jual loy yang cipan jual ini tiga lepas bukan dengan Adiang Mayom ini Adiang bukan madi bukan jari itu mabak dan tu pun dia kita tahu opportunity berom ke my colleague Garing Mashar. I just want to keep the protocol observed, but to acknowledge the presence of the press secretary in the office of the first vice president, Mr. Garing Mashar and his wife, William Dwight. And actually, again, he spoke about few things about unity, and he spoke about the general unity of Africa. But I had wanted again actually to speak more because he will have more freedom to speak on politics. Then I will speak on politics because, in fact, I'm not a politician. I am a diplomat, and I always walk in a fine line and try to find the right word. Because the definition of the diplomacy is fighting the war by using the other means. And the means that we use actually in diplomacy, these are soft tools to fix issues that are affecting our country. And in fact, in diplomacy, our work gets harder, especially when there are internal issues. I speak from the experience. I come from the background that I worked in New York in our mission as a Sergeant d'Affaires for 4 years. And during 2014 until 2018, South Sudan was very high in the agenda of the international community.
like him, when people speak about South Sudan, even when we have visitors who are coming from South Sudan, and it happened that time they are actually discussing South Sudan, they don't feel happy. But what encourages us as a diplomat to stand up for our country is that we know one thing. The conflict that happened in South Sudan, it is the conflict that happened in South Sudan, it is our creation as South Sudanese. And we know the people who got affected and what could have been avoided and what can be done. And what I saw tonight, and I always see it, where I represent the government and the people of South Sudan today in Egypt, it encouraged me to do more. Because the suffering of our people allow us actually to do the best in our ability. The unity people talk about it is real, and this is what actually can bring us together. But as we speak today, our country actually is going through a difficult time, whereby the basic facts are disputed. And fundamental truth are questions. It turn people against each other. Nobody listens to another. And what we do as people who got an opportunity, I'm sure my colleague Adiang, if we get another opportunity, we will speak more. But I want to tell Adiang, this is the forum and this is the opportunity. When we get a chance, and particularly for you as a politician, we need to assure our people. In which way? That our leaders, whether they are in the government or in the opposition, have acknowledged that what happened was a mistake and it needs to be corrected. And that is why now, what I want to tell you, the people of South Sudan are ready to forgive each other and move on. And the evidence of this, since the signing of the peace agreement in 2018, in September 12, there has never been any major fighting. I can tell you literally, the ceasefire is holding in South Sudan, and that shows the commitment. The main opposition, who is Dr. Adiang, has visited Juba several times, and his advanced team, including his wife, and the vice are in Juba since the formation of the Committee of National Interim Period in Juba, and they are there. Now, even then, when the formation of national government was postponed at least twice, the forces who came from the opposition and they are in cantonment have never reacted, because we were supposed to form the government of national unity in May 12th. For technical reasons, the government was not able to be formed. And those forces did not react, there was no fighting. And again, there was a chance that was supposed to form a government in November 12th. Didn't happen, and there was no negative response. Now, what Comrade Adiang said, and this is what I said in Point Community, that comes February 12, 2020, we are going to have a new government of national unity that is going to unite the people of South Sudan. This is for sure is going to happen. We have seen the positive sign when the Adiang came to Juba last few weeks. He has a good interaction with the president, and I think they reached the agreement. And there was an agreement whether they agreed on the outstanding issues or not, the government of national unity will be formed. And I believe this is out of the suffering of the people of South Sudan. They have seen people have suffered enough. And there is no reason for one people to keep fighting over this. Now, what this means for the people in the diaspora? The people in the diaspora, including Calgary, this is where we need to pick up. I know what is happening is not the cause. It is a frustration, whether it is from the hardship or what you hear your people are going through is what actually put people against each other. Now, you need to work on this one because even people have hope in the people of the diaspora. Back home, people say, our people in the diaspora would come with their children who have actually gone to school and learn new skills to bring to us. And I'm sure there are positive developments that are going on in our community. If you take now the South Sudanese who went to NBA for the last 10 years, it is a great number. And our kids that have gone to school and went to level of universities and even now are graduating, this is a huge number. What is neat is that to see us as the elders who brought them here actually working together. People just, any small misstep can trigger the conflict in a bigger magnitude. وده جاي من accumulation بتاعت mistrust والمشاكل اللي بتحصل. Me, I'm now training as a diplomat, trained to respond to any call at any hour, any time, no matter what happens. You as a diplomat or ambassador, you can be deployed after 2 hours of your arrival to your station. You will get another call that will warn you back or will warn you to go.
Kuelekea huko Canada, kata paan moja, kau bulu compare ini lagi udah kini man. Kayak ada zaman UK, wama negara awak, wama tunggu, kau isu kau biar YouTube, banyak kayak ada keno man. Apa kau kisah je? Ni apa kau bayar mendiak? Adiang ni cijot be, Mayom cijot be. Adiang ni cijot be, ya betora kolpat, win Mayom capet. Aje bejon. Jaga nama.